Hi, I'm Barry Conrad, and this is Banter with BC. Cheers.
This is going to go down very easily.
And today I'm here with my guest, Kyla Bartholomeusz. Kyla, do you want to introduce yourself to the people?
Hi, I'm Kyla, and we're in New York.
We are.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's the end.
And to kick things off, we like to start with a segment called Two Truths and a Lie. You know how this works? Mm-hmm. You're up.
Okay, all right. I'm going to try and really sell it to you.
Okay.
I was a state champion in Highland dancing.
Okay.
I won a dance scholarship to train in London when I was 21.
Okay.
And I did competitive rock climbing in high school.
I want to say the lie is the second one.
Oh my God, you got it.
Really?
How? I really sold that.
Nah.
I didn't.
Nah.
What did I do? Did I twitch?
You did.
I don't know.
Like, I could just...
I'm really not a good liar, so I was really trying to go into the
It's a
zone.
good thing.
I know, but not for the game.
You know what?
I don't like losing.
For season 4, to kick things off here at the beautiful Daintree in New York, and to get that right, first off out the gate, I'm happy about it. I'm really thrilled.
Yeah.
All right, my very first job was in high school was being a librarian.
Okay.
Second of all, I'm a twin, and my brother Byron lives in Cape Town, South Africa. Mm-hmm. And thirdly, I fast on the daily for 20 hours, so I don't eat 20 hours a day.
Oh God. I want to say the fasting.
That's the lie?
Yeah, the third one. No?
You were incorrect.
What was it?
I'm not a twin.
Okay, well, I know nothing, so that's perfect.
I'm so excited. Let's eat. Now I'm really hungry.
Yeah, so seeing a sausage roll.
Yes.
I haven't
Get in
had
there.
one for about
Zoom
a
into
year.
that, Jonah. Look at that.
So
Get in there.
I need to have one of these immediately.
Dunking it. Yeah, go.
I'm so excited.
Quintessential Aussie goodness right here.
Yeah.
We need it. So what's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
Probably move my entire life to America and leave everyone I love behind, including my dog. That was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
And starting again from scratch.
Right.
It's different when you're starting something new and you're in your 20s than when you're in your 30s. Because, when you're young, you have nothing to lose, everything to gain. And somehow when you get older, you get more self-conscious, worried. I don't know, all of those things play in more. I feel like when I was 21, I was fearless. And when I came over here, I did win a dance scholarship when I was 21, but it was to New York. So it wasn't that crazy. But I was fearless. And then I feel like when moving over here, I had a lot to lose and I felt more scared. So it was really hard to jump that hurdle mentally, I feel.
Right.
And starting again in big dance calls, big cattle calls. No one knows who you are.
Yeah.
It's good and it's bad.
Yeah.
Because you have to fight for your life every day. So I'm not double dipping, I'm going on the other side.
Go, just stand there. So you've shows like Dirty Dancing and American Idiot and We Will Rock You, you've really conquered the Aussie theatre scene, and then going from there to Hamilton and now Chess on Broadway. How did that come your way, and when did it start to feel real?
So Hamilton changed my life. It really did. And it was my dream show. When I found out it was coming to Australia, I was like, I have to be in this. I have to. I was so obsessed with it, and then COVID hit and no one knew what was going on. No one knew if we thought theatre was dead. Remember that? It was so dramatic. We were like, oh, that's it. This is the end of our careers.
Never working again.
Nothing's happening again. And I remember when the Disney Plus version came out of Hamilton, and I was like, that's it, because I thought it was over. So when we started again, and we were the first Hamilton to open post-pandemic.
Right.
And I booked a job and I was so excited, and it really changed my life. I was like, I feel like in Australia, this is where I'm about to peak. And I've never loved doing a show more. I've never cared so much about a piece of art.
Why that show?
It's genius. I recently just saw it. So I did it for 4 years. I did the Australian tour, I did the international tour, and then I made my debut on Broadway in Hamilton.
Casual.
It was like crazy to me because I'm like, this is actually, I'm gonna quote it, the room where it happens. As lame, but it was like, this is where they created the show. This is where it blew up. This is where the original cast members like performed. And I was there. And it was insane.
Yeah.
To make my Broadway debut like that was unbelievable. And I remember thinking in Australia at the end of my Hamilton International tour, I said, what can I do from here doesn't feel like a back step? I want to just keep moving forward. And the connections I made with the international company and the creatives and people I love so much over here, they kind of made me feel like it was possible, like I could do it. Like I could come over here and like actually book a job. I had a really great life in Australia.
Yeah.
It was looking great, but I wanted to like keep rising to the occasion. And I feel like New York forces you to be the best version of yourself because everyone is on the hustle. Everyone's a triple threat. Everyone can do what you do. So you're like, what is that thing? What is that drive that like, to stay here, you have to love it and you have to have that drive and you can't give up.
Right.
And it's overwhelming some days. Some days you walk outside, you're like, I can't do this. I can't do this today. But that's what my first year was about.
And on that as well, did you feel ready when you got that call or that email that Broadway is happening? Did you feel ready or did you kind of go,
email.
Or did you go like, I have to like rise to that level? How did you feel?
So it was an email. I was in my car. I just casually, it was like Hamilton Broadway, like was like the title.
What?
I stopped breathing, I pulled over and I like read the email and I got an offer to be a vacation swing. And I was like, I'm so ready for this.
Yeah.
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 I'm like, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And because I'd done that, because I knew the show inside out, I was a dance captain, I was a swing. I started off on stage, so I was kind of had like all areas sort of in my brain. I was so ready to like learn this version, you know, and every show is a little bit different, which is like super annoying, but like makes it really fun and challenging.
Yeah.
So I landed, I had rehearsals that day, the day I landed.
Of course.
I learned the Broadway version in 2 days. I had to put in on day 3. And then I made my Broadway debut as the Bullet in Hamilton 7 days after I landed.
That's wild.
I was so jet lagged. I remember like standing on stage and like shaking because I was like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired, but I have to remember what I'm doing right now. And just adrenaline just like pumped me through that show and it was like, yeah, the best day ever.
Also, for people who don't know, like what is a swing? Tell people what that means.
Okay, so a swing is someone who is crucial.
Do you want pasta?
Yes, of course. Crucial to a show. Like, we can't do the show without swings. They are someone that learns multiple tracks and they go on for people when they're sick or injured, and they're just like the backbone of any show. Like without swings, we like couldn't do what we do. Swings learn multiple tracks. So I had 7 tracks in my brain for Hamilton. And also multiple companies. So like each company was different. So I had 3 different versions of Hamilton and 7 different versions of each of those.
How do you compartmentalize that? And is that something that you get taught, or how do you figure that out? How do you do
I
that?
don't know. Some people are built to be swings. I don't know if I am. I just loved the show.
Yeah.
And I was ready to move off stage.
Right.
My body was kind of finished with doing Hamilton 8 shows a week because it's so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
And I was ready to move off stage. I knew the show backwards and inside out, so it made sense for me to be a swing. But I think that now being over here, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that over here yet. Maybe.
Did you have a favorite track?
Yeah. We're not meant to have favorites,
But you know.
I love doing Woman 4. Yeah, she's the mother track. Yeah, this is my favorite. The Bullet is hard. When I debuted that and I did it for maybe 3 weeks, I was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this 8 shows a week. I remember now, but yeah, the Bullet is like one of the hardest tracks.
What is the Bullet? Tell me.
She's Woman 3.
Yeah.
She is a track that takes form as the bullet multiple times in the show. It's a way of showing that Hamilton is close to death all the time.
Yeah.
So her role is massive. She's basically a featured ensemble member, but
Right.
I mean, everyone is in that show. Like
Yeah.
the ensemble.
Everyone's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just one of those tracks that like is heavily featured, heavy on the technique. You're just doing the most. You're on the floor, you're up, you're doing the most. So you know what I would like to do is a woman for. So I don't have to roll around on the ground 8 days a week.
Cheers to that.
Cheers
For
to
sure.
that. Cheers
Seriously,
to not
for
doing
real.
floor work.
Yeah. Thank you, knees.
Thank you, knees.
Let's get into this. This is so good. I have to go for this kangaroo skewer.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try this too.
First kangaroo skewer in New York. Why not?
I'm nervous.
So good.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Oh. Yeah.
So, Kyla. What's your weirdest habit?
Oh God, where do we begin? This is my weirdest habit. I'm sure my friends would be able to answer this in 2 seconds.
Lemon? Lemon.
Go for it. All of that, yeah. Whoa,
Salt Bay.
good technique.
Okay, one of the things that I do that's kind of weird, for example, is like every time I get into a hotel, have to put it down to 18 degrees Celsius, like freezing.
Freezing.
'Cause
You're a vampire.
I run hot, I get hot really easily, so I need to crank that AC all the way down. That's one of my weird habits anyway.
Okay,
Tell
so
me.
at night I have to sleep with mouth tape.
Why?
It is weird.
Why are you doing that?
Okay, so because yeah, like a mummy.
Yeah.
Because
Do you do that as well?
I do actually sometimes. Sometimes I lay down like this. I have to wear a retainer at night, and this is making me look really cool. I'm a really cool person. I have to wear a retainer at night. So,
Can you just like smile into the camera real quick?
hot girls
Jonah,
wear
do
retainers.
your thing.
Okay.
Jonah, you just added a retainer to you. There you go, ping.
And I can't properly close my lips over it because it's like chunky. So the mouth tape helps me not dry out my mouth and cords. So when I wake up in the morning, I don't have dry cords
Okay.
to sing.
All right.
A lot of singers do it, but I do it mostly for like throat health. Yeah.
Gabe, have you heard of this?
You haven't heard of mouth tape? I'm not sponsored by mouth tape, but you should get some. It really helps with, like, especially in New York, the radiators are so intense and you can't control the heat. So I feel like at night I get really dry, so I sleep with a humidifier and then have the mouth tape, and it all helps with like hydration.
You know what? We need to see a visual of like,
I'll take a photo and send it to you tonight.
it's a whole situation.
It's awful, yeah. Like, especially I'm like wearing a bonnet and an eye mask, like, it's scary. Imagine waking up to that.
Oh, wow.
Terrifying.
Wowzers.
But,
What if you're like out late and you just have to crash at someone's place? You're not going to carry your
no, I'm
situation
not carrying
with
mouth tape away, no.
you. And the whole
No.
operation?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely.
See, that was an interesting, weird.
Yeah, my nighttime routine is very special.
Kyla, so you've done major TV shows like Dancing with the Stars, Masked Singer in Australia. How do you approach the prep, performance, and recovery in that world, TV land, versus theater world, like Broadway?
I love TV Land. It's one of my favorite places to be. I love being on set. I just love everything about it because it's especially with those live shows, the pressure of getting it perfect once, and it's filmed forever. Until the end of time, the footage that is going to be on the internet. So I like kind of thrive on the pressure. Like you rehearse very quickly in TV Land as well. Like you have like maybe 2 rehearsals. It's usually very hard choreography, and you got one chance.
That's it.
And I love it. I think
You like that?
Yeah, it's fun. The difference with theater is that theater is like, running cross country, and TV is like sprinting. So with theatre, you have to figure out how you're going to get through 8 shows a week to the end of the year, or to the end of 6 months, or to the end of whenever, because you don't ever really know like when it's going to finish. TV is like hectic and fast and fun, and like you're in and out, and it's like what happened, you're running off adrenaline. And theatre is knowing what your body needs, what your voice needs, what you need to do to get through, what you need to do to recover. It's a lot harder.
What are like non-negotiables for you that you need to do to recover from 8 show week? What do you do on like a Monday? other than this?
Well, I mean, like, I know, this is the best Monday I've ever had. Mondays are my day where I can do anything I want.
Yeah.
I have a strict no exercise on Monday.
Fair.
And then throughout the week, I have to work out. Because if I don't work out or like strength train, I get so much more injured.
Can you say the second part again about the strength training? Strength training is important.
Strength training is so important, especially for me.
For females too, a lot of females say if I strength train, I'm just going to get like bulky like Hulk Hogan, but that's not the case. You need it for muscle.
No, and also like you underestimate how much you shred 8 shows a week. And I don't need to do cardio because doing the show like that constantly is the cardio.
Yep.
The thing that I need is to keep the weight on and to keep the muscle on because that's the first thing that goes.
Right.
So, and also then if I'm not strong enough and then I do the show, I feel really injured and weak and gross. Like I don't love that. So I have to work out. I like to do it 3 times a week, but at the moment it's been 2.
That's impressive though for your the schedule.
Oh, yeah, it's hard.
It's hectic.
Waking up early is rough. And also at midnight when I get home, I have to have a full meal. A full meal.
What is
that
a
is
full
my dinner.
meal for Kyla Bartholomeusz? Like what does that look like?
Well, I kind of cheat and I have a meal service.
Okay, that's not cheating, it's like saving time, right?
It is so good because at least I know like there's protein in there, there's vegetables in there, and I get home, I don't have to think. I like peel it off, I put it in the microwave, and then I just eat it. It's perfect for me.
Nice.
Yeah. I would be dead without my meal service because otherwise I just wouldn't eat properly. So yeah, they're my 2 like non-negotiables.
You're probably getting home at like what, 11 sometimes, 10:30, 11. So
yeah.
You don't want to be cooking that time.
No,
Come on, right?
No, no one's doing that. Not me.
What do you think makes separates a lasting performer from someone that gives up? Like what does it take in this industry?
I'm so glad you asked me when I just put.
I tried to
timing.
time it, yeah.
I actually spoke about this exact thing recently.
Okay.
Because I was not the best dancer. I only started dancing when I was 14.
Right.
So like pretty late.
Yeah.
Apart from Highland dancing when I was younger. Like I'm talking like jazz, hip hop, ballet, you know? And I only really discovered that I wanted to dance professionally when I was maybe 14 or 15. Because I was playing music in a big way.
You used to play sax, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I did all of my exams. I finished all of my exams before I was 18. I played the flute and the clarinet. So I was like prepping to be in orchestras, like under the stage. And then I was doing dancing for fun.
Right.
And I realized that it brought me more joy than it did sitting and playing an instrument. And I kind of like had a glimpse into my future.
Right.
If I go to music school, which is where I was heading, for a classical alto saxophone, what is my life gonna look like day to day? And it was gonna look like being in a tiny little rehearsal studio, practicing scales by myself with a metronome, which is what I was doing every morning at 7. I would wake up and do my scales, and I would get home from school and I would play my music every morning. Like my neighbors knew when I was prepping for an exam because you could hear the saxophone like down the street. And I was like, do I want to do that? I was a bad dancer, terrible.
I don't believe that.
No, it was not good. And I auditioned for, to get into Jason Coleman's Ministry of Dance. And I think they just let me in because they felt sorry for me. Like it was, I was in the worst jazz, I was in the worst ballet, I was in like group 3. Right?
I still don't believe that.
I am serious. And the good thing about that is that there's no footage. Thank because there was not really like iPhones and like people weren't really filming. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I had to like really prove to my family, prove to myself that when I chose dancing instead of music, which was a big deal at the time. My music teachers were devastated. Like it was a big choice to make. I kind of had a bee in my bonnet, like a chip on my shoulder. I had to prove that like the sacrifices were worth it.
Right.
And to answer your question, I think the thing that makes it last is if you love it and you don't give up. Because the best dancers I knew growing up with them, I don't think wanted it enough or gave up, one of the two. And I just refused to give up. And I think it's just like time on the field.
Yes.
I was just like, I'm just gonna keep doing this until someone lets me into their show.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. I think it's determination and grit. honestly.
It really is though, like
Yeah.
grit, because some of the most, we all know amazingly talented people,
Yeah.
but not all of those people have like the drive, because sometimes, not always, maybe they expect it to come to them because they're so amazing, you
That
know,
is just not the case
but it's
for
just
me
not,
ever.
it's not the case.
Ever,
it's not
ever.
the case.
I feel like I've had to work so hard for everything I've ever gotten, but like I wouldn't change that for the world.
You're right.
So, did you want? I was gonna flip the table.
That's so funny. What do you think, after all that you've done and are still doing and still have to go, what challenges you still in the industry? As a performer, as a person, because it requires a lot from you. So what still challenges you, other than maybe the physical aspect that you shared about, what is one of the most challenging things?
My bar continually like starts to rise. So like I'll have a goal, and if I achieve that goal, and then the bar gets risen. Does that make sense? So I feel like I'm never going to be satisfied, or I'm going to be constantly chasing something bigger, better, more exciting. I think that's the challenge for me. Like I don't know if I'm ever going to be like, I did it, done. I've done the thing that I wanted to do, and now I can just rest and like be so happy about that.
Right.
I think that I'm gonna be constantly like, but what about this? Or what about this? Like, I don't know if that's a curse or a blessing, but I'm gonna wanna do everything.
No,
Everything.
that does make sense.
I don't wanna limit myself or put a tick on something.
Okay, following that, when you get a job, like you got Chess, you got Hamilton, what do you do to celebrate that? Do you celebrate and you're present in the moment and you can take it in, or you like, got it, what's next? Like what's
No,
your...
I celebrate.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you like to do to celebrate? You get that call, that email, what do you do?
Oh, it's a no-brainer. I call my best friends, we pop a bottle of champagne, and we go and eat. Like that's, like I love celebrating. I think celebrating the small things and the big things is essential, because nothing is promised. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So if you don't celebrate the little things, like what are you even doing? Like,
Right.
You must. And I've been so present, especially with chess, because it's been such a life-changing experience for me.
Right.
So, like, I've been doing things I'd never even dreamed that I would do. So I've been very present with that.
Yeah.
And now we're like 7 months in. Hopefully we get nominated for Tonys.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to perform at Tonys. I don't know if
Put it out there. Put it out there, seriously.
Let's all cross our fingers. And that would just be like a full dream come true. So right now I'm very present, but I am starting to think, okay, what's next?
Okay.
It's only a little bit though, because chess has been so incredible.
I can't wait to see it, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, it's the 3 leads, so Leah Michelle, Nicholas Christopher, Aaron Tveit,
Yeah.
are giving the performances of their lives every night. And I feel like bearing witness to that, some days I'm like, is this real? Like I'm like watching these powerhouse performers
Yeah.
bear their entire, everything they've got, their heart and soul, they're singing down. Their vocals are phenomenal.
Mic is on.
It is hot. The mic is hot. And like some days I'm like, whoa, I'm like, I get to sit and watch this.
Yeah.
And I get to be a part of this company, the original company. Like, pinch me.
It sounds like you're living your dream by all accounts, for sure. Like you're in the center of dreamland. And also, was Broadway always the dream, or was it something that evolved as your career evolved?
It was
You
the
know?
dream when I was 21.
Yeah.
I was like, this is all I want. And then the older I got, the more scared I got of doing that.
Yeah.
And I kept doing shows in Australia. So I kept doing the Australian tours and getting distracted by that.
Yeah.
And then in 2024, I got reminded that that's something that I have suppressed and shut down and like talked myself out of.
Yeah.
And so finally at the ripe age of 32, I
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna do it, because I don't think I will ever forgive myself if I don't try.
Yeah.
I think when I'm an old woman, I wanna say I did everything I could.
And when you did come over, what was that first season of life like for you?
Oh my goodness.
Have another drink. Drink to that. Take a drink.
Oh my gosh. It was the hardest year of my life, without a doubt.
Why?
It was the most challenging experience I've ever had. I thought multiple times, I just need to go home. Like, this is too hard.
Why?
It was scary. I was so, oh God, it's so hard to describe. And I feel like unless you, like, you're gonna feel this at some points, unless you move here to live. Because I used to travel to New York all the time. I was like, oh, I know how to live here. This is fun.
Yeah.
No, it is so different when you become like a resident than when
Yes.
you're a guest.
Yeah.
And especially in audition season, I did 32 auditions before I booked Chess.
Wow.
32.
Say that louder for the people at
I
home
did
too.
32 auditions before I booked Chess.
And this is someone, Kyla Bartholomeusz, who's an accomplished performer. Like she really is. And just to encourage people out there as well.
The rejection was wild.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was humbling. And also, I wasn't the best dancer in the room, you know? And that made me want to either coil and get my anxiety blanket and sit under there for a whole day, or forced me to like be better. And I remember going to like beginner ballet again, going to classes again, things I haven't done in like 4 years because I was doing Hamilton. Like relearning what my turnout looked like, you know, and like flexing that muscle of like doing a self-tape that night, maybe at midnight, and I was in Hamilton, so I was doing the show. I remember my final callback for Chess. I did the matinee in Ham as a woman 4, had a callback for Chess, ran down to 38th, did my callback singing. They were running late, sang, ran back. As I was running back to the Richard Rodgers, I got a call to say I was on for a different track that night.
No.
I didn't have enough time to eat because they were running late.
Yeah.
So I did the show and I was eating like crackers like throughout the show.
Oh my God.
And then I got home and I got a submission for a self-tape and I did that as well. At the end of that day, I was like, am I okay? I don't think I am. You know, like, I don't think I'm okay. And that was like a normal week in audition season. It's insane. So it taught me a lot about myself and a lot about what I can endure and how to bounce back very quickly. You can't dwell. If you don't, like I got to the end of so many things and I was like, oh, maybe this is the one. No, you just never hear again. That's the other thing in New York, you just never hear again until there's like a cast announcement and you're like, oh, I guess I didn't book that.
Yeah.
It's very different. And also like I remember my first Broadway audition was for Wicked.
Yeah.
And I was in a room of like 30 women in a tiny little studio thinking, whoa, this is a lot of people. And then when I went out to the foyer, that was the 4th group out of 5 from that day.
Wow.
Just women.
Yeah.
So like 30, like it, so I was like, the pool is massive and everyone is amazing.
Yeah, everyone.
Everyone. So it's really daunting and you have to back yourself every day. That's the hard thing. You have to be like, I'm good enough to be here, I deserve to be here, but sometimes that little thing in the back of your brain goes, you know, you're an imposter, what are you doing here?
So when that happens, what do you tell yourself or what do you do to reset? Because taking those no's, it takes a toll.
It does.
So what do? Do you talk to someone? Do you just kind of like have a ritual that you do? You go for a run, you do a workout? What do you do to stay, you're in the waiting, how do you wait well?
You know what, I would love to know because I feel like I made many mistakes in that field last year.
Really?
I feel like I learned a lot from that about how to bounce back quickly. I was also dealing with a lot of change all at once. Moving here, you might as well move to Mars because everything is different.
Yeah.
Down to the pounds versus kilos, down to like the bread. Like the bread tastes different over here.
Yeah.
There's sugar in the bread.
Yeah.
I remember the day I found out there was sugar in the bread that I was eating, I like had a breakdown. Because it was like the final thing on my list. And I was like, there's sugar in the bread.
I'm done.
And I just like cried in the kitchen. So I'm like it couldn't be more different over here. So figuring out like where you get your groceries from, like how you get to auditions, like what classes, it's just such a big change and every day is filled with something new and a big change, as well as trying to then break through in the industry over here as a nobody from the ground up. So I don't think I nailed it last year. I think now what I do with rejection is that I work out, that like really helps me, or like go for a bike ride in Central Park, or call my best friend, or like just sit outside
Yeah.
I think that's the key for me now, but I was not nailing it last year.
Yeah, well, you're
Not
here.
nailing it.
You're here though, and
Thanks.
it's not about perfection, right? It's about just stumbling forward sometimes.
Stumbling.
Not moving, but just stumbling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like when I got the call for chess, I was not expecting it at all. I kind of forgot about it because it was like, there were so many
Yeah.
auditions.
Yeah.
It was like the biggest sigh of relief because all I wanted was a full-time job because, you know, you get healthcare and you get all those benefits
Yes.
with a full-time job over here. And little did I know it was going to be, I knew nothing about the show. Nothing.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was walking into, and it just has like changed my life, like for real. It made me discover that like I do want to stay here and I can do it. Like that
Yes.
sounds so lame, but like I can stay here and like I can provide for myself and be independent and be on Broadway and be away from my family. It's just like strengthening my skin
Yes.
a lot.
Yeah. So on that, what life challenge are you most proud of conquering?
Recently, I just moved into my own apartment, living alone.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Amazing.
And ooh,
Yeah.
mine is good.
Mine's real good.
Wow.
Slaps. It's so good.
Wow. Wow.
You're double parking too.
I know, and I've got a fry in this hand as well. Like, I'm so happy right now.
So good. Shout out to Island & Co. Daintree.
This is good. I never thought, ever actually, that I would be living alone in New York in my own apartment on Broadway. Ever in my life. Supporting myself. It's just like, that for me is like the biggest accomplishment I've ever made.
It's incredible. Just a sense of pride that you have. I mean, after all that, to get to where you are now, right?
Just so much stuff.
So good.
Much stuff. And now I feel like I've finally got like my feet on the ground. I can take a deep breath and I can actually live here. It took a year. It took a year for me to say this, but yeah.
It took a year for you to get here and exhale a little bit.
And exhale, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And to finish things off, I'm gonna hit you with some fast trivia. You ready for this?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Which Australian city was known as the wool center of the world?
Melbourne. Geelong.
Yes, correct.
Yes, my hometown.
EGOT is an acronym for what?
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
Correct. Which of these actors also plays the saxophone? Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Garner, or Jennifer Aniston?
I'm gonna say Lopez.
Incorrect, it's Jennifer Garner.
Wow.
Yeah.
We should do a duet.
Yeah. Which acclaimed Aussie choreographer taught dancers how to move like penguins for the Oscar-winning film Happy Feet and rose to fame playing JoJo on the soap E Street?
Callie Abbey.
Correct. Last but not least, Future Sex Love Sounds is the second studio album by which singer, which you love?
How do you know this? How do you know this?
I don't know.
Justin Timberlake.
Correct.
Do you know the backstory for that?
You saw a Justin Timberlake show and that inspired you to want to dance.
How do you know that?
I do my research. I don't mess around here.
Wow, that's really impressive. That's
Carla,
taken
thank
me.
you so much for coming
Oh
on the
my
show.
God,
Seriously,
this has
it's
been
my
the
first
best.
Seriously, thank you so much.
And look at this.
Look at this view.
Look at this.
Amazing. If you love this episode of Banter with BC, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.